Here's why these people got their new cars from AutoVest.
I shopped around and by far, AutoVest was the best deal.
I shopped around, and this was, like I said, the deal that fit my budget the most.
I finally found a way to keep my money in the bank and enjoy a car at the same time.
Payments are half as much and the down payment is half as much.
You can get a new car every 2 years if you like. If not, you can just buy it outright.
AutoVest is the best deal in town.
AutoVest, the only smart way to drive a new car at 11th Avenue and 57th Street.
Hello everybody, and thank you very much for your time today. And today I'm coming to you from Charleston, South Carolina. Yes! Alright guys, let's get into it. I think you might already have an idea of what this may have been in the past, obviously from the thumbnail. But this is a former Hyundai dealership here in Charleston in the West Ashley section of town. And this is a 2-for-1 video. Yes, this is my first 2-for-1. I do hope you enjoy. So, as we look at some of the amazing graffiti from some of our local artists here in Charleston, yes, they just love tagging stuff that's not theirs. So let's take a look inside what's going on at this former dealership. Got some palm trees, obviously not live. Those are fake palm trees. Shout out Dan Bell, the lover of any fake plants, and also Dead Mall King. Now, that's actually a pretty cool piece of art, but I don't know if the owners asked folks to come here and maybe tag it, or, hey, put some artwork on my building, but looks kind of weird. There we see some more furniture. I'm not really sure if this might have been for a hotel, but we're going to find out a little bit later here. Close to the end of looking in this structure specifically, there is a brand name that we're going to see that I assume all of this furniture came from that establishment. And there you see what looks to be mattresses, maybe up on the second floor, so maybe this was furniture from a hotel or maybe some type of lounge. That's the second property that we're going to look at, by the way. And pretty cool steps here. Nice rustic look. Unfortunately, they're kind of starting to rot away. I do hope that maybe the property can be saved and or reused. Maybe the owner of the property has enough money to just let it sit. Hey, good for them. Hey, if they got enough money, rock on. The properties here, especially in Charleston and also here in West Ashley, they're very, very expensive. So this property, again, and this is in a lot of my videos here out of Charleston, this property has to be worth millions and millions of dollars. It's at a very busy intersection over on this side of town. You see a lot of the glass has broken the seals in the pane. There you see some more furniture. So that's why a lot of the glass looks like it's frosted over or that it's all fogged up. For those of you that are wondering, I don't think the HVAC is on inside there. There looks to be some restaurant equipment, maybe some empty kegs or CO2 tanks, not really sure. I've never worked in the restaurant industry, but I am a partaker of the food from the restaurant industry. Shout out, Sleeve did it, by the way. Sleeve loves a good donut and also loves going to restaurants, I'm sure. And there we go inside. Again, we see some crates, we see a lot of pallets. Unfortunately, it looks like the furniture is kind of rotting away there, so kind of sad. So, really cool look here. We're going to get another little corner turn here. Looks like some 55-gallon drums somebody is smashed on. Looks like maybe some of the tinting. Oh, there's our sign, guys. The Key West Grill. So, for those of you from Charleston, was there a Key West Grill here in Charleston? I assume yes, but I couldn't find any information concerning it, so please let me know. There we see some graphic art from somebody that is not as talented as the other person that had sprayed on the front of the building. But it's really fascinating to see these older dealerships. Not that this is an older dealership. I assume it was probably big in the 80s and maybe the 90s. I forget when Hyundai really hit the scene here in the States. But it is cool to see these glass square type dealerships that used to be all over the place and you could look inside. Alright guys, so this is our first structure here for the dealership, and we're going to take a look at our second one now. So, walk next door, and again, you saw it from afar in the previous structure there. We'll look back towards that structure. There we go. So there was the Hyundai dealer, and then now here is, I guess, maybe the used car lot? Or was this the Key West Grill? So I'm not really sure here, but again, for those of you from Charleston, or maybe if you lived in Charleston, let me know what this building was. I'm going to put my money on that this was probably the used car section of the dealership. Maybe it was a Hyundai dealer, obviously in the main building, and then maybe they had off-lease vehicles used, and or maybe they also did rentals at this location. But really, really cool vibes here. I love the metal roof. The palm trees look great. Unfortunately, they do need to be trimmed. Obviously, the roof needs to be painted. I do hope this structure can be saved because it is really cool. And now guys, we're not going to be able to take a look too much inside on this property. There is a building that's off to the right side of my camera angle here, and that is where the police vehicles for the city of Charleston are maintained. So there was a lot of police activity, police officers coming in and out of this property area, and I really didn't want them to come on over and say, hey, what are you doing here? So I just shot from afar, and take a look here. Even this back area where the steps are coming down, it's got almost like a nightclub vibe. Like you could hang out on the second floor, chill out, and then when your night's over, head out the back. You got the double doors there. It really is giving me a Key West vibe. So maybe this was the Key West Grill, but there are a few things that I'm seeing that make me think that it's not the Key West Grill. Let me point those out. I'm not seeing any ductwork or vents for any of the restaurant systems, for the grills, for the fryers, stuff like that. So that makes me want to, again, go back to the fact that it probably was a used car dealership. But really, really cool. It's almost like this could reopen up as some type of, mini Key West or Margaritaville type grill. Obviously, we just lost Jimmy Buffett, and I wasn't a massive Jimmy Buffett fan, but obviously respect his work and all of his fans. So sad to see him leave us here. So now we are going to get a little bit of a look inside. And this really is not a big building on the inside. I wasn't able to get a good shot to the left side, but really not a lot of space here. So again, I have to assume this was the used car area. I don't think a restaurant could have fit in here, especially all of that furniture that we saw over in the other building. Parking lot, unfortunately, is all cracked up, not looking that great. But hey, you know what? A lot of sweat equity, and this place could really look beautiful. So hey guys, as we start to close out the video here, I want to thank you very much for joining me. We are very close to 1,000. In fact, by the time we watch this video, we might even be there. Thank you so much. Join me in the next one, and have a great day. Bye-bye.